It's October the 23rd. It's Friday, of course, and I'm thankful to have you spending a little time wrapping up this week of programming with me here at Your News Today. Sorry for my absence on last night's program, a casualty of attempting to be everywhere at one time and all at once, and I was unable to pull that off, as I am yet to master that feat after more than 21 years of programming. And I guess this happens every year. It just kind of sneaks up on me mid-sentence. We're approaching 22 here in just a few days. Try to remember that when it actually gets a little closer. Nevertheless, your local COVID update from yesterday and today, it is getting worse in McGoffin County, the highest week we've had thus far. Several teachers under quarantine, some positive. We've got your state COVID update, of course, as well. I've got an auto accident that happened very early this morning here in McGoffin County where a man, you'll see, was very fortunate to have survived, much less essentially walked away, from what I understand. And I've got a lot of other headlines to follow. We'll begin elsewhere, just turning to Wolfe County. As I first read it, I wanted to make sure that it was or was not involving the detour around the Mountain Parkway where a fatal crash happened yesterday on Kentucky Route 15. It was on Kentucky 15, but it wasn't on the portion of 15 involved in the detour around the parkway that is no longer needed. That report's coming up in just a few seconds. But this was actually past Campton, more towards Jackson, when Kentucky State Police out of Post 9 says that 59-year-old Yolanda Anderson of Jackson was traveling southbound on 15 when Terry Combs, 63, of Clay City, was traveling northbound, along with his passenger, Eddie Ray King, 57, of Rogers, Kentucky. This was a head-on collision. Miss Anderson was taken to the UK hospital, treated for non-life-threatening injuries, but Mr. Combs, I am told by the state police, was taken to an area hospital to be treated for non-life-threatening injuries. However, Mr. King was transported and pronounced dead by the Breathitt County coroner at the Appalachian Regional Healthcare facility in that area. A single fatality accident, 2 cars head-on in Wolfe County. Few details tonight, but it appears as though a child shot and killed a man who was attacking a woman early this morning in Morgan County out of West Liberty. All we know is that, per the state police investigation, there was a physical altercation that was happening between 41-year-old Randy Haney of West Liberty and Dolores Haney of West Liberty. During this altercation, a child got a firearm and shot Mr. Haney. He was taken to ARH in West Liberty and treated for life-threatening injuries and then pronounced dead a short time later by the Morgan County coroner. The Kentucky State Police still investigating. They have not released any details about the relationship between the two, Haney's husband and wife, or anything else, or that of the juvenile, which was said to have fired at Mr. Haney, who was 41 years of age. Going back to the Mountain Parkway, ahead of schedule to the tune of a little more than a week. That's good news. Both lanes of the Mountain Parkway now open after they dug down some 70, 80 feet below it. That's what it took to get to the bottom of the sinkhole, and perhaps then some, below the Mountain Parkway near the Wolfe and Powell County lines, where anyone traveling between here and there has been driving around now for several weeks. The project was slated for about $2 million in total cost and to be done by October the 31st, and they wrapped it up today officially. Both lanes open. Still a few some dress-up work to do, I think, in the area, but both lanes are open for travel east and westbound. The westbound side was closed in late July after engineers and geotechnical specialists determined the cause of a persistent pothole and pavement settling issue was a sinkhole that reached about 80 feet at its deepest point. So we've been detouring ever since. As the area remains an active work zone, you still need to slow down and use some caution, and some lane closures may be necessary up until the scheduled completion date of November the 15th, but you're able to travel through there. Just use a little extra caution and reduced speed. Work began the last week of September on the emergency contract and is now about to wrap up. Now we're anxiously awaiting, as most anyone is who travels 460 West, for the bridge near White Oak to be completed. I'll be checking in on that project for you next week, and we'll see how it's coming along then. In local headlines, a McGoffin County man was taken to an area hospital by a family member, I'm told, for what appeared to be non-life-threatening injuries after this crash very early this morning on Route 30. It was a passenger car versus this delivery truck. You can see the axle torn from underneath the large box truck. Two vehicles collided on the Route 30 area in the vicinity of the Mountain Parkway intersection. The driver of the four-door passenger car was said to have came into the lane of travel of the large truck. They collided, and you can see how the truck came to rest. And when you see the car, you have to wonder how anyone could have walked away with anything but serious or life-threatening injuries. But indeed, that was the case. The two people inside the delivery truck refused medical treatment at the scene. And again, I'm told the driver of this vehicle on his way to work early this morning was taken to the hospital by a family member. Inside the truck, it was completely full of, I believe, mostly packages from Amazon on their way to the Salyersville post office and possibly other facilities, but I believe mostly the Salyersville post office. I reached out to officials today to find out if there was going to be any delay in those parcels. I have not heard back, as the truck was actually taken by wrecker service to a facility, I believe, out of county, and there they were going to be reloaded into another unit and then brought back for delivery here in Salyersville sometime thereafter. I'll be right back after these messages. Same 6 decades of experience, same undivided dedication and focus on winning your case. New location. The law offices of McFarland and Tinker are now located on Route 114 in the former McGoffin Farm Bureau location. Motor vehicle accidents, Social Security disability, SSI claims, wrongful death and workers' compensation and work injury cases. Call 349-9000. McFarland and Tinker. We know that life cannot come to a complete standstill because of the pandemic, but we can make sure that you can continue to bank safely and securely by calling either branch of the Salyersville National Bank to schedule any in-lobby services, or by using either of our drive-thrus. Mondays through Fridays, the main drive-thru is open from 8 until 3, and the branch drive-thru is open from 8 until 5, and the branch drive-thru is also open on weekends, Saturdays 8 until noon, with ATMs available 24/7 at both locations. Or by taking advantage of our completely free 24-hour internet banking and bill pay, banking by phone, remote deposit, automatic payment services, and more. Salyersville National Bank, always making your banking easier and safer.
Hello, Bob Hutchison here for Hutch Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Paintsville. We have big news. Our credit rebuilding program can put you in a nicer, newer vehicle today. Get 0% financing for 84 months on 2020 Ram trucks. Slow credit, bad credit, or no credit, we can get you approved and save over $3,000 on the Chrysler Pacifica. And it all comes with the Hutch Guarantee.
Your state representative in the 92nd District is John Blanton, and in the last 4 years, he's been working hard. He's secured over $130 million for the district. In McGoffin County, he continued the funding at a cost of $80 million for the Mountain Parkway, while at the same time bringing water and sewer lines to the city of Salyersville and the much-needed industrial park. Your vote is needed to continue the progress in the 92nd District, paid for by John Blanton.
Nearly everything today is about being safe and well, and Parkway Pharmacy has 2 great ways to get your prescriptions quickly, safely, and conveniently. Simply pull up curbside and call and let them know you're there, or circle around the building and drive through. And just in, a fresh inventory of Atalo, premium CBD oil and cream products for managing pain, anxiety, depression, rest, digestion, and more. All at Parkway Pharmacy in Salyersville.
I'm Dr. Jason Zimmerman at Highlands ARH, the healthcare system of Appalachia.
A lot of information coming up in your local COVID update. I'm just waiting to confirm our most recent set of numbers from today in regards to positive cases. So let me go on to our state's update and some other COVID-19 information before I leave you for the weekend. Governor Beshear yesterday, while I was not with you last night, announced 1,330 new cases of the coronavirus, making that then the 4th highest single-day increase. He also announced 17 Kentuckians who had lost their lives in the past 24 hours as a result of the coronavirus, saying that with no signs of Kentucky's escalation slowing down, the state is not just planning for how to deal with the surge, but looking to find additional recommendations they can make to communities on how to better control the spread of the virus. 48 Kentucky counties were in the red zone as of yesterday. We'll take a look at today's map in just a few moments and take a look at Magoffin and Johnson County's incident rate over the past week and collectively over the past 30 days. The positivity rate yesterday, 5.3%. Hospitalizations still climbing, as well as the number of those in intensive care and on ventilators. And today, Governor Beshear announced another day, calling it another tough week. 3 out of the 5 highest days for COVID-19 numbers have been this week, he says. The governor finished his 2-week, or will finish his 2-week quarantine tomorrow after testing negative, as well as the rest of his family for 4 times now. But as of 4 o'clock this afternoon, the governor announced today 1,457 new cases of the coronavirus and 16 additional deaths. The positivity rate has climbed significantly, back up to 5.34%, while Kentucky has lost a total of 1,396 individuals related to the coronavirus. There are currently 205 in the ICU, 819 hospitalized. I do not believe it's one of those 205 that the governor listed today in the ICU, but Magoffin County has a man in the ICU this evening for which friends are asking for prayers for. He was one of a number of positive cases that were reported by the Magoffin County Health Department yesterday and today, and Pete Shepard, our public health director, will tell us about that case and much more, and an extremely high number of Magoffin County school system teachers under quarantine as a result of other positive cases involving teachers. So that's coming up in just a few seconds. 2 other quick points to make. The U.S. recorded over 71,000 new cases of the coronavirus yesterday, the highest single-day increase since July, as being tracked by Johns Hopkins University. 850 deaths yesterday across the nation, 8.4 million people infected, 223,000 deaths across the country as a whole since the outbreak began. And to continue to drive home the fact of the seriousness of the coronavirus, per different mandates for COVID-19 restrictions that have been issued by various states and their leaders, and the inconsistent use of masks for the general public for the country at large, researchers say that it could lead to the loss of more than 500,000 Americans before the end of February. And that's just a few short months. Researchers from the University of Washington School of Medicine says that their study indicates that by February the 28th, more than 511,000 Americans will have died as a result of the coronavirus due to some states lacking serious restrictions and in all states individuals not taking the mask mandate or advice seriously. This was another alternative, so to speak. Same scientists predicted nearly 130,000 lives could be saved from the end of September through the end of July if at least 95% of the population wore masks in public. If 85%, about 96,000 deaths could be prevented. Personally, I don't see a change coming. I honestly think after this point the people who are wearing them will continue to wear them and the people who are not will continue not to. There are various other studies here that I came across today by other universities and scientists. They all pretty much indicate the same numbers as that one. So your local COVID update in just a few moments, and there's a lot to talk about there, and your forecast, a lot to talk about there too. Real quickly, a couple of reminders on tonight's Magoffin Farm Bureau community calendar. If you haven't already and you want to check out the Gardner Farm for Halloween, you better do so, because Halloween's going to be over here and done with in about a week or so. Daily 4 to 10. Please stay in your vehicle, but enjoy all the lights and a few frieds maybe, and just a wonderful time as they have decorated it for Halloween, and soon will be decorating it for Christmas at the Gardner Farm. Medicare open enrollment now going on, and SHIP counselors can help you over the telephone if you call them 8 to 4:30 daily at 886-2374 or toll free at 800-737-2723. Doing it, of course, all over the phone per the pandemic. And our local chapter, the Indian Mountain chapter of the DAR, is looking for any Vietnam veterans who served in country from November the 1st of 55 through May the 15th of 75. To honor and recognize them, call 349-1005 if you or you have a veteran in your family. They would like to hear from you. Call Pam Wages Wednesdays and Thursday afternoons after 1. And call me whenever you've got a calendar announcement. And if you want a birthday, anniversary, or birth announcement in the Sayersville Independent, that's free too. But send those to Joe, J-O, at SayersvilleIndependent.com. Funeral services brought to you nightly by the McGoffin County Funeral Home, and tonight I have funeral arrangements for 52-year-old Donald Ray Cantrell of Sagersville, who passed away Tuesday, the daughter of Archie and Sarah Jane Sloan Cantrell. He's survived by his parents, his wife Sylvia, daughters Sarah Ann Cantrell and Jessica Ramonia Louise Cantrell, a brother Archie J. Cantrell, and two sisters Teresa Lynn Stapleton and Lisa Carol Willis. Funeral services to be held in his honor tomorrow at 1 o'clock at the Flat Fork Free Will Baptist Church. Visitation will continue for the rest of this evening and for tomorrow as well at the church. 64-year-old Aaron Reed of Sagersville passed away Tuesday at his home, the son of the late Joe and Lizzie Ray Reed. He's survived by his brother Ellis Reed and sister Cleo Gray. Funeral services for Aaron are going to be conducted Saturday, tomorrow at 1 from the Sagersville Funeral Home. Visitation will begin 2 hours prior at 11 o'clock in the morning. Go to Conley Tire in Staffordsville or ConleyTire.net right now and get $200 back on a new set of Goodyears, $100 on new Generals, Coopers, Bridgestones, and Mickey Thompsons, all with the smoothest balancing Snap-on has to offer. And if your ride has a light on, let their state-of-the-art Zeus diagnostic machine figure it out for only $35 at Conley Tire.
Your state representative in the 92nd District is John Blanton, and in the last 4 years, he's been working hard. He's secured over $130 million for the district. In McGoffin County, he continued the funding at a cost of $80 million for the Mountain Parkway, while at the same time bringing water and sewer lines to the city of Salyersville and the much-needed industrial park. Your vote is needed to continue the progress in the 92nd District, paid for by John Blanton.
It's one of the most popular and most famous things we've ever done at your Sagersville Lee's. Well, except for our chicken and our biscuits and our wedges and our ice and our hot dogs and, well, you know what I mean. The $5 coupon is back in this week's edition of the Sagersville Independent. That's $5 off family specials. That's 16 or 20 pieces of chicken, any way you like it, with mashed potatoes and gravy, coleslaw, and biscuits, enough to feed the fam and more. $5 off. Clip the coupon. They'll even give it to you for free in a free newspaper at your Sagersville Lee's famous recipe. $5 off is back.
Hello, Bob Hutcherson here for Hutch Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Paintsville. We have big news. Our credit rebuilding program can put you in a nicer, newer vehicle today. Get 0% financing for 84 months on 2020 Ram trucks. Slow credit, bad credit, or no credit, we can get you approved. 0% for 72 months on the Jeep Compass. And it all comes with the Hutch Guarantee.
Go with All Pro, and you'll always get a perfectly finished project backed by decades of experience and thousands of satisfied customers. Always with the best prices on everything from small to large remodels, bathrooms to kitchens to entire homes, or turnkey new construction on everything from garages, homes to retail space. And seamless gutters too. And All Pro still offers 0% financing for up to 18 months and long-term low interest rates on those big projects. For an estimate, call this family-owned business today. There is never a good time for a breakdown. They will happen, and your car at some point is going to need some repairs and maintenance. And Black Smoke Performance is open and here with professional, fast, safe service. And they now have certified full air conditioning, diagnostics, and repair to keep you cool in whatever you drive. Black Smoke Performance, 349-8785.
Tired of worrying about the kids using too much data and overages on your bill? Well, the folks at Appalachian Wireless know that during our new normal, data and speed are necessities for communication in our daily lives. That's why they've created the Unlimited Plus plan with 50 gigabytes of high-speed data. With Unlimited Plus, you get more data on the region's best network, and it starts at $90 a month for the first line. That's $10 a month more than our normal unlimited plan. For double the high-speed data, go into an Appalachian Wireless retail location or AppalachianWireless.com for more information on Unlimited Plus.
Among those 16 deaths that Governor Beshear announced today, one was said to be a 64-year-old man from neighboring Knott County. Others ranged in age from that 64 to 70 to 74 to 84 and 86 years old. Well, locally, our local public health director reports this being the highest week for positive cases for Magoffin County. Numerous cases reported yesterday, several more reported today, for at least 2 different days of reporting this week. Positive cases involving a Magoffin County educator, a teacher, which has resulted in the quarantine of various other teachers who they were around. Pete Shepard tells us of well more than 2 dozen, actually closer to 3 dozen cases for this week ending today.
From Friday to Monday, we had 15 positive cases. On Tuesday, we had 5, Wednesday 4, Thursday 3, and then today we've had 3 positive cases.
And go ahead and give me the update on the 3 today.
3 today is we got one that's hospitalized in West Liberty, and we have one that's related to the church and 1 teacher.
And so it's my understanding that for the second time this week, Syersville Grade School has had a teacher test positive. Is that correct?
That's correct, yeah. We've had a positive case from the high school, from Syersville Grade School, and North Magoffin's had positive cases. We have, I think, with positive cases and quarantine, we've got, it looks like 18 teachers out of the school system at this time.
Now, that's 18 total and counting the 10 at Syersville Grade School?
That's counting them all. That's counting the 10, and that's just counting the positive and the contact that they had. They're not all positive. They're just being quarantined because they was in contact with one of the teachers.
So 18 teachers under quarantine.
18 under quarantine. We have 1 positive at high school, 2 at Syersville Grade School, and 1 at North Magoffin.
As far as our incident rate, obviously still in the 30s. As you and I are talking, today's map is not out. I don't expect it to fall certainly out of the red. Any details you want to share with us on that topic?
Yeah, we figured it this morning. That was before when we had 2. We got another today. We was like at 29, so we're still in the red. And if we keep getting 2 and 3 a day, we'll probably stay in the red for a while.
And it's also, I wanted to back up to one of the 3 cases yesterday, because I wasn't here to having a show yesterday, as you would know. You had 3 cases yesterday on Thursday. 2 of them were actually already under quarantine. Is that correct? Real quickly, Pete, going back to yesterday's numbers, I wasn't here and didn't have a show last night, but you had 3 cases again yesterday, as you just said, and it's my understanding that one of them is in very serious condition?
Yes, we have a male in the hospital with on life support, or on the ventilator, I should say, but he is in serious condition, and I think they will give us permission to name it Samuel Allen from Syersville. I think everybody knows him, and he's not doing well at all, and we want all our prayers to go out to Sam and his family.
Yeah, I know that you'd said that Sam didn't mind us talking about him. How did his situation come about yesterday?
We just got a call from to dispatch that there's a male on College Heights at his address that was having a lot of trouble breathing, and we sent somebody up there. Well, our EMS went out and the ambulance went up there, and he was in distress, breathing distress, and they took him onto the hospital and went ahead and put him in intensive care.
Now let's take a look at the incident rate in Kentucky, specifically for Magoffin and Johnson counties this evening. Here, as I've been showing you all week long, back a little more than a month ago on September the 15th, Magoffin County had an 11.7, Johnson County had a 3.9% rate. Almost a week later, on October the 12th, there were 25 counties in the red, up from 9 the week before. Magoffin County went up to 14.1, Johnson County went up to 18. Then, on Monday of this week, 44 counties in the red. Magoffin County goes up to 21.1. Johnson County, 33.5. Tuesday of this week, 50 counties in the red. Magoffin County climbs, due to a high number of cases from over the course of the weekend, to 32.9. Johnson County still climbs to 38. Wednesday of this week, we've got 48 counties in the red. That's when Magoffin County and Johnson both peaked, we hope for good, with Magoffin County at 36.4, Johnson County at 40.6. Yesterday, Magoffin County had 32.9, down just a bit. Johnson County down just a bit as well at 37.3. Red counties dropped by 1, down to 47. And here today, in just the update just out right around 5 o'clock, Magoffin County at 31.1, down just a bit more, while Johnson County as well saw their numbers go back up. Johnson County had 22 cases just yesterday reported. I don't have their positive cases for today, but they had 22 cases reported. So their number went up a few points and will continue to go up as those make their way to the state level. While the number of counties in the red or critical went back up to 49 today. And again, McGoffin County schools, as are most all other school districts in the surrounding areas, remaining virtual for next week. McGoffin County schools issuing a statement earlier today citing the incident rate continuing to exceed a critical threshold, as you saw. Virtual classes starting next week, and they will monitor until McGoffin County goes back into the orange and then try to get back to in-person classes. So regarding the COVID-19 situation, let's talk about your weather. And I wish I could go out on a better note for you, but clouds and showers, some heavy, and a few thunderstorms, all part of a cold front rolling through eastern Kentucky. Over my shoulder there a second ago, you saw the remnants of a light shower over Sagersville a few moments ago that's passed. We've got more to come. Some folks have seen some light. Some folks have seen some heavy showers. We're seeing a bit of a break, as you can see right now, and then that cold front continues to get closer, and we will see more. We will see about 52 degrees tonight, and then showers are going to continue to be likely after 2 a.m. again. They'll increase, I believe, after a bit of a lull. Rainfall amounts tenth to a quarter of an inch, unless you get under a thunderstorm or a heavy throwdown of some rain, which could happen. They're going to be on and off, as you saw, and scattered as well. So 52 tonight. And then look what the cold front does for tomorrow. It keeps us right there, essentially. Scattered showers for your Saturday, mainly in the morning before 11. Temperatures falling to around 53 by 10 in the morning. So we might see a brief climb from that low of 52, very brief, and then by 10, we'll be back down to 53 degrees, 40% chance of showers, mainly before 11, and then we'll start to dry up, but it's still going to be cool and cloudy, 47 for your low Saturday night. For your Sunday, the next round of showers rolls in, only about a 20% chance after 3 Sunday afternoon, otherwise a mostly cloudy day and 63. By Sunday night, still a 20% chance of some showers, still mostly cloudy. Nighttime lows again right around 53 degrees. And then for your Monday, we perk up a bit temperature-wise, but clouds and showers still, and even more likely for your Monday. 71-51 for your high and low the first of next week. Mostly cloudy skies, shower and thunderstorm chances to the tune of 50% Monday. Tuesday, still mostly cloudy. Now the cold front puts us back down in the low 60s, just like clockwork. Mostly cloudy still, a 40% chance of showers. Low 60s again for your Wednesday. Still mostly cloudy, still a 20 to 30% chance of showers. Thursday, ditto, mostly cloudy. 63, 30% chance, maybe a little sunshine, maybe returning by next Friday, and maybe climbing back closer to the mid-60s. We'll see. That's it for tonight. Thank you for watching. See you on Monday.